Unajua mtu akiongea ni kama is not sure. Cup meeting 2021. I will go with the everlasting gospel. Na karibuni ili tuweze kubarikiwa pamoja. Ni wangapi pamoja nami wanakaribisha Eldaika ili awe nasi hapa kwa makambi yetu 2021? Asante na Bwana awabariki. Ningependa nichukue nafasi hii ni washukuru kwa kuja kwa makambi yetu ya 2021. Na I'm happy with the current attendance ambayo naona, na I want to request you should not miss any program. Make it your decide to come to the cup meeting 2021 at Umoja 1 SDA Church. I want us to go through Bible study this morning. And I would like us to move together so that we can know and understand why we need to go with everlasting gospel. Why do we need to go? Why should I decide to go if I've not understood why I should go? I want to thank a special way the pastor who has just taken us through education, and the pastors who have taken us through education and even evangelism. They are great insights that you can realize they have given to each and every one of us. And this is a deciding moment. Hii ndio wakati wa kuweza kufanya uamuzi. Not even tomorrow, but this is the week that we need to make a decision. I want us to go to the book of Matthew 1 verse 17, and I want us to read together so that we can learn something, so that by the end, the expected outcome is that all of us can say, each and every one of us, by the end of the day, can say, I am ready to go, or I will go. I want us to go to the book of Matthew 1 verse 17, and that is what I'll pick today, and we will dwell on this for today and tomorrow, and then we'll dwell on another selected text, so that by the end of the day, we can see what the Lord has for us this week. Can someone read for us? In any language.
Soma kwa Kiswahili.
Yes.
Okay. Mathayo 1 mstari wa 17 inasema, basi vizazi vyote tangu Ibrahimu hata Daudi na vizazi 14, na tangu Daudi hata ule uhamisho wa Babeli ni vizazi 14, na tangu ule uhamisho wa Babeli hata Kristo ni vizazi 14.
Asante. Wacha nisome from the NIV. It says, thus there were 14 generations in all from Abraham to David. 14 from David to the exile to Babylon, and 14 from the exile to Christ. Hallelujah. The Bible has made scholars busy for many years. And you know, one would be surprised, and I know someone is surprised, why is Pastor reading to us a book of genealogies or a book of generations? Why would we, and why is it there in the Bible? Why has not someone asked himself that why is Matthew, the tax gatherer, taking or beginning his book with names of people? You see, you go through a long list of people which sometimes to me and you can be meaningless. We might not even understand why someone would begin a book this way, that if you go to chapter 1, verse 1, it says, a record of the genealogy of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Then verse 2, he goes on to mention various names, in Abraham, and he mentions Isaac, he mentions Jacob, and many other people in the Bible. A book of generations. You might ask yourself that why is Matthew choosing an extraordinary way to begin or to introduce his gospel? To a modern reader, it can be meaningless. If we do not know what was in the mind of this gentleman as he was writing, and if we don't understand why is the book began in a history of generations, a record of generations from Abraham up to the time Jesus came. As I've said, it might be unlogical. There's no logic. There's no logic for us having a long list of names. Why would someone want to know? Why would he write a list of names? You see, it begins from Abraham going down to the time that Jesus was born. Why was he doing this? And I want us to understand why Matthew chose to do this. So that, I've said, so that by the end of the day or by the end of the week, you might know why we are all supposed to go. Why you as an individual? Why me as an individual? Why should I decide to go with the everlasting gospel? It is the most interesting text, and indeed the most essential way to begin a book for a Jew. As we have read the story of other writers, of biblical writers or canonicals, each and every person chooses the way he introduces his book. You go to Paul, there's a way Paul introduces each book in a special way. Matthew also chose a way that he was going to introduce, that he introduced his book to us. But to anyone who is reading today, you cannot even understand what is the point. And I want us to come to understand that to a Jew, it was exceedingly important for them, or they were really interested, they were much interested in their genealogy. They were interested in their history. They were interested in their lineage. Very much interested in their lineage. And therefore, if you read the book of Matthew 1 verse 1 in King James Version, he calls the book of the generations of Jesus Christ. If you read New King James Version, it says, in the NIV, which I have here, it says, a record of the genealogy of Jesus Christ, the son of David and the son of Abraham. The other version, which is King James, calls it the book of the